welcome to day 2 of my detox challenge. I hope that you rocked it yesterday and that you're feeling a little something. If you're feeling a lot, then great. If you're not feeling very much today from that little concise 20-minute workout, then maybe just turn it up a notch. I know that they're not necessarily really long videos, but the idea is that you do something every day. So of course, you can do more than one every day. Okay, so before we start, we're just going to sit comfortably. So if you're not comfortable sat cross-legged, sit any other position or sit up on a block or a blanket or something. And then you're just going to rest your hands onto your knees, let the arms be really relaxed and soft, and close your eyes. I want you to take a really big, long, deep breath in as you lengthen the spine, lift the crown of the head to the ceiling. On your exhalation, open your mouth, let out a sigh, and let the shoulders soften towards the floor. One more breath like that. Lengthening the spine as you inhale. On your exhalation, let out the sigh and soften the shoulders. Come back to your normal passive breathing. And let's just spend a moment here to reflect. So whether it's the morning for you, the afternoon or the evening, just reflect on how you're feeling right now. And if there is anything that you would like to change about how you're feeling right now. If anything comes to mind, then set the intention to make that change, starting from now. You can gently flutter your eyes open. Beautiful. Okay, starting by inhaling, offering the heart forwards. Exhaling, remembering to pick the breath up from the pelvic diaphragm and the belly as you roll back. Inhale, half of the heart, loads of space in the center of the throat, the sides of the neck. Exhale, round it back. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Round it back. Good. Come to center. Draw your knees in and just step your feet forwards and place your hands on a slight diagonal away from your hips. Lift the feet off the floor. Inhale to press the feet away just a little bit or a lot. On your exhalation, take your feet over to one side. See if you can stack one hip over the other and turn the heart in the direction of the feet. So the spine should be really long here, spreading the collarbones and opening the chest. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale. As you exhale, turn, lengthen the spine. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn and lift. Good. So we can do these movements quite quickly, but can we do them mindfully? Can we actually get those deep core muscles to engage? And can we use that Mula Bandha, that root breath, drawing in with every exhale? So if you're doing it right, it should be even after just a few, you can really feel the heat being generated. Good, last one. Beautiful, and back to center. Separate the feet a little way and then just inhale, offer the heart there. Take the shoulders back and then exhale, round the shoulders forward. Just take your chin to your chest. Take a couple of breaths there and see if you can direction those breaths right into the back of the heart. An area where we have a lot of unnecessary tension. Beautiful. And then slowly come back up. Okay, make sure that you've got enough room on your mat to lie down. We're going to inhale here and reach up. On your exhalation, slowly curl down. Draw your knees in, take a little rock side to side. Now you're just going to circle your feet out a couple of times in each direction and then flex them, point them. Beautiful. Okay, fingertips around the ears. I'm going to lift the shoulders, shoulder blades off the floor. My right elbow is going to come to my left knee, even the outside if you can, as my right leg presses straight. And inhale at center, exhale over to the other side. Inhale, so all the while keeping the shoulders lifted. Inhale, center, exhale. Good, and really focusing on the breath. The lower your straight leg drops towards the floor, the more challenging it will be, so modify that if you need to. Good. Last couple. And back to center. Okay, here, I'm going to take my elbows in. So you're just going to have your hands actually more around the back of your head. Your elbows in and your knees out to the side a little bit. I'm inhaling here. On my exhalation, I'm going to try to lift the hips a little bit and squeeze my elbows to my inner knees. Inhale, release, not quite all the way to the floor. Exhale, see if you can curl in. So if you're doing that right, it's quite a lot of work. Might not look like much. See if you can lift the hips a little way, even just a millimeter from the floor. Last one. And release. Head down, arms out to the side. You can press your feet away from you. Inhale here. On your exhalation, take your knees over to the right, just halfway to the floor. And see if you can turn your navel to the left, maybe turn your head to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, knees to the left, head to the right, turn the navel to the right. Beautiful. Come back to center. Okay, from here we're going to start to rock up and down the spine. If that doesn't feel good for you, just rock up to sit. And then however you need to get there, we're going to come into a standing forward fold. Okay, just hold it here. Bend the legs a little bit. Let the upper body relax. You can roll the shoulders out, roll the head out. Beautiful. Okay, then from here, feet are hip distance apart. You're going to bend your knees, lift your toes up, press down into the floor. So really press the three parts of the feet, the bony parts of the feet down. So little toe mount, big toe mount in the center of the heel. So press, 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 and then as you press, start to lift the front of the pelvis, draw the belly in and up, and slowly come up to stand. Then you can straighten your legs, then you can relax your toes. Find that gentle tug of the tailbone as the front of the pelvis lifts in and up. Good, from there, bend your knees, rebound from the floor. Inhale, elbows, fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, all the way back down. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, plant the fingertips, step back, downward facing dog. Again, here we're going to walk it out. I actually find it nice sometimes just to turn the feet, bend and press back. And turn to the other side and bend and press back. But really here, whatever feels good for you. So sometimes as well, a really nice big circle to reach into all the nooks and crannies of the body. Good. And then from there, I'm going to lift the heels up high, way forward. So as you come forward, the upper back slightly rounds, and then you begin to lengthen out, pressing into the heels, taking the heart forwards, looking forwards. Inhale there. On your exhalation, drop your knees, point your toes. Lift the belly up. Inhale. On your exhalation, bend your elbows straight back just a couple of inches. Inhale, press the arms straighter. Exhale, bend. Inhale, press the arms. Good, last time. Beautiful, tuck your toes. Press back into a modified child's pose. Take a deep breath in here. And on your exhalation, come back to downward facing dog. Okay, from there, inhale, lift the heels. On your exhalation, you want to press out into your fingertips. As you come forwards, lift, lift, lift from the sides of the belly, and then lengthen the spine. Take a deep breath there. And on your exhalation, slowly lift the sides of the belly, let your abdominals draw you back. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Coming forwards, rounding from the upper back, and then lengthening, keep the sides of the belly lifted. Press into the heels, inhale. Exhale, lift the belly, let your abdominals pull you back. Beautiful. Okay, from there we're going to drop the knees down to the floor, tuck the toes, and sit back onto the heels. Just giving the toes a little bit of a stretch out. And then from there we're going to circle the wrists a couple of times in each direction. Good. Feel free to release the toes whenever you need to. And then I'm just going to place the hands down on the mat. Outwardly rotate your hands so that your fingertips are pointing back towards your knees. You might need to come a little higher in order to do that. And then just play your edge of stretch there so that you can really feel that stretch in the wrist, but it's not too much. Beautiful. Okay, turn the fingers back to face forwards, come up onto the knees, and then just circle out the wrist one more time. Beautiful. Alright, from there, planting the fingertips down first, rolling towards the heel of the hand, keeping the center of the palm really light on the mat. You're going to tuck the toes, come into downward facing dog. Awesome. Okay, from there, I'm going to turn the toes to one side, just pivoting on the feet until the feet line up, and then back to center, and over to the other side. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to keep the hips lifted, and I'm trying to move that, keeping my core engaged. So again, it doesn't look like much, but if you're doing it correctly, working from center, it can feel pretty intense. Good, and then the next time I come over, I'm going to maybe lift my hand to my heart, or all the way up to the ceiling. Keep lifting the hips up. If that's tough on your bottom wrist, then keep both hands down. I'm going to turn. Good, one more time to each side. And back to center. Okay, walk that out. And then walk your feet together behind you. Inhale, bend the legs, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten everything. Lift the belly, gaze between your thumbs. Inhale, press it back. Exhale like a spring. Good, keep lifting the hips and the belly. And then on the fifth time, you're going to either walk, step, or take a light hop. Inhale. Offer the heart, length of the spine. Exhale, bend the knees and just relax there for a moment. I'm going to sway it out. Good, and from there, bending the knees, sinking the hips down. I'm going to bring the hands onto the tops of the thighs and then slowly begin to lengthen the spine as you lift the front of the pelvis. Try to keep the tuck of the tailbone so you can get really long through the spine. Elbows to the ceiling. Fingertips to the ceiling. Look down, check that you can see your toes, and then maybe sit down just a little bit more. Inhaling there. On your exhalation, straighten your legs. And bring your hands together at your heart. Take a breath there. Okay, ready now to really get moving. So, we're going to start off with some jumping jacks. I'm going to inhale, arms up, exhale, arms down. Inhale, up, exhale, inhale, exhale. So really mindful movements here. As you land, bend your knees a little bit so there's not a whole lot of shock going into the knee joints. Good. All right, a little bit faster. Okay, last few seconds. As fast as you can go. Maintain your integrity. Keep it going. sometimes I tend to travel when I do these poses, or these exercises rather. Good. Last few. Awesome. And slow it down until you come to stop and shake out. Good. All right. From there, I'm going to keep moving. So here, I'm going to, almost like I'm running on the spot, I'm going to run once, twice, and then I'm going to jump out to the side into temple pose. So the toes are turned out. I'm going to send my hip creases back, and you want your knees to be pointing in the same direction as your feet. Okay, back to center. 1, 2, and down. Go back to center. 1, 2, and down. Back to center. 1, 2, and down. Good, back to center. Good, so it's back and forth, and then center. Start to go a little bit faster now if you can. So I normally exhale as I squat to temple. Awesome, a little bit faster if you can. Last few, let's go. Yeah, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Shake out your arms, shake out your legs. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to keep moving. So here we're going to do a burpee variation like yesterday, but coming into temple. So hands down. I'm just going to jump my feet on the outside of my hands. So if you can't get all that way, that's fine. Just wherever you can get. The feet are wide, so wider than your mat. And then from there, lifting the front of the pelvis. I'm going to peel up and reach for the ceiling. From there, back to the floor. Jump back to plank. Okay, one more like that. Jumping forwards. Lengthen the spine, peel up from the belly. Reach, 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 reach. And release. Hands down. Back to plank. Okay, a little bit farther, a little bit faster. Good. So it doesn't matter how you breathe here, just as long as you're breathing. Worst thing that you can do is to hold your breath. Normally, where you feel the difficult parts is where you should exhale, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, now a little bit faster. And here I'm going to jump and back. Last few, a little bit of a jump. Last one. Oh yeah. Okay, knees down, and put your toes and roll back. Take a breath for a few seconds, roll your shoulders out. Good. Okay. So we're going to do a little bit more work in breath. We're going to do a little bit more work in plank in a moment. So I just want you to hug your shoulders up to your ears. Inhale. And on your exhalation, drop them down. Inhale, shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, drop them down. Okay, about 5 times quickly. Inhale, exhale through your mouth. Beautiful. Shake out the hands. Okay, so I'm going to face you for this one. Palms are down. I'm going to come into plank. Inhale, on my exhalation, I'm going to hop the feet over to one side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hop the feet to the other side. So go from this direction, in plank. Inhale, exhale, hop to one side. Exhale, back to center. Over to the other side. quicker. Again, if you're not getting to your hands, it's fine. Just wherever you can go, and if that feels tough on your knees, then don't bend the knees so much. Good. As you come back to center, try to re-establish the plank. And then a little bit faster. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Okay, roll shoulders out. Shake out the hands. Okay, last one here for today. You're just going to come to sit and roll down onto your forearms. So pressing into your forearms and your hands. Keep the lift of the chest. And you're going to pick your feet up. And then I'm going to kick into my right leg. And as I kick, I'm really kicking the heel away from me. Throw it back to center. And the left leg. So as I kick, I'm trying to push from the belly. So it's not about the movement of the leg, but I'm trying to direction the energy all the way from the belly. Good. So this is a really nice way to actually release stagnant energy in this area, which is really good. If you have any digestive problems or any menstrual problems, anything like that. Okay, a little bit quicker now. And then we're going to incorporate the breath. So as you kick, I want you to make the sound ha. So it's ha, ha. And really feel like you're kicking something away. So all those things that you don't want in your life anymore, kick them away. Ha, 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 ha. A little bit faster. Ha, 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 ha. Awesome. Okay, roll onto your back. Take your knees into your chest, take a little bit of a rock and a roll. Spend a moment just taking any movements that you feel you might need. You can lift the hips up and just circle them out. And then slowly start to make your way into final relaxation just for a minute. And then you might notice that when you straighten your legs out, it might not feel so comfortable, so you can bend your legs, lift your hips, tuck your tailbone, and then roll back down so then the sacrum is flatter on the floor. See how that feels? You can get your legs a little bit wider. And then I want you to rest your hands onto your belly. Get any final little fidgets out that you feel like you need to get out. And then just for a moment, actually, let's take the hands away from you. Make fists with the hands. Press into the feet. See if you can scrunch the feet up. Contract the glutes. Contract all the muscles in the legs. And then just tense, tense, tense. Even screw the face up. Inhale. And on your exhalation, let everything go. Rest your hands onto your belly. If you feel like you need to, take a couple of deep breaths. And just let it out to sigh with your exhalation. And now coming to a place of stillness. After all of that exertion and all of that movement. And just gently moving the breath underneath the hands. So for the last minute here, we encourage some space, some energy around the abdominal area, massaging, detoxifying. Okay, from there, Start to move slowly. You might want to take a big stretch. Press into your heels and then point into your toes. Maybe hug your knees into your chest for a moment. And then when you're ready, you can roll to one side. Come back to a comfortable seated position. Keep the eyes closed for a moment. You're just going to bring the hands together and rub them together briskly until there's a really nice amount of heat being generated in the palms. Cup the hands over the eyes. Take a deep breath in. On your exhalation, let the shoulders go. And then from behind your hands, start to flutter the eyes open. Letting in the light slowly. And release your hands. Beautiful. Okay, well done, everybody. I will see you again tomorrow. Have a fabulous, fantastic, and positive day, whatever you're doing today. Namaste.